Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syafizah Haikal Muhammad Khairil. I am from Polytechnic Melaka. My class is DKM6A. Metric is 14DKM18F1037. My organize is CTRM. Firstly, I want to talk about organized background at CTRM. The company was first established in November 1990 by the Malaysian Minister of Finance Tun Mahathir, who wanted to achieve the government experience for Malaysia to become the world's composite industry. Have three aspects in CTRM. It is aero angkasa, composite, and mechanical. Summary weekly activities. Week 1, we attend introduction class and trainer brief about law at CTRM and basic composite that used at any department in CTRM. For example, about health, safety, and environment, class composite product, class customer, process, and more. Week 2 is my first day to intro my works. I was transferred to the CNC department and the supervisor briefed about CNC machines. There are many types of panel wings aeroplane that trimmed by CNC machine. I learned some of name, material, and what is working tools that use. Week 3 to week 6, we know about CNC process flow and machining process like OBF, IBF, RIPs. I need to help the operator machines such as changing the tool bit, placing the panel on the jig, vacuum the dust from the panel cutting in the CNC machine, and do process double after trim panel. We are not allowed to operate the machine for fear of having an accident while operating the machine. Week 7 to week 16, I transferred to CTRM CE, where the department make a ground radom. Before that, I get a new supervisor and he briefed about workflow to make a ground radom. I learned about some name of panel that have like upper, bottom, middle upper, middle lower, and name of material that use. For the example, we use woven fiberglass, CSM, resin, acetone, catalyzed, bagging, gel coat, and others. I learned about how to cutting the chamfer core activity, forming core, sanding on core that have gap, and helping layup process at layup room. After that, at weeks 17 to weeks 18, after finish radom core project, I was required to trim steel and welding to make a table, place the panel on the table. Furthermore, I had staff to sanding panel that have pinhole using sander and must to repair more radom. After that, in weeks 19 and last week, I get a new thing is repair bulb fan coil. I must to repair bulb fan coil that have crack, like sanding and layup process. After process layup, then must do activity finishing like sanding and spray to look neat. I have three activities to describe. Firstly, IBF nose rip mempunyai 7 peringkat, iaitu first, check schedule CNC machining released by PPNC. 2. Identify panel and paperworks. 3. Yang penting, scan QR code at section CNC inside paperworks WI through application software multi DNC. 4. Loading substructure onto subtable inside CNC machines. 5. Setting strictness using radio probes. 6. Secure substructure onto subtable. 7. Cutting to setup have to. Firstly, insert cutting tool into a bore. Refer to NCOD for specification about and cuttings. And then use caliper to measure the preset cutting to length. 8. Laser measure tools. 9. Fill up information required in PVC. Next, 10 is test pitch drill for each drill bit. 11. Verification hole diameter with go no go gauge, stamp and record each column. Itu selepas proses pemotongan atau CNC, kena menggunakan go no go tu untuk check dia punya kuantiti lubang tu. Kalau lepas okey, kalau tak lepas kena beritahu kualiti. Okay, 12 is loads billet into substitute. 13 is dry runs process. 14 loads panel into billets. 15 deburring process. Deburring process is simple, as after proses memotong akan ada sepihan kecil-kecil kat bahagian hujung. So menggunakan kertas pasir menggosok sehingga debur tu hilang. Okay, 16 is inspection EOP and hole diameter. Ini kerja quality control to check panel sama ada panel okay ataupun tidak. Last is send to CMM. CMM is to check selepas semua proses. Next activities is forming core. First, after the cutting the chamfering process, the mold must be formed according to the mold under the headlamp. Insert the core at the mold, and the mold must be covered with bagging. The function mold must be covered is to prevent leak if the forming process is running. 3. After put core in the mold, tap the bagging using a sealant before process forming. 4. Sucks the air at the pot in plastic bagging to avoid core more have gap. 5. Must push the mold that have core using trolley and put under heat lamp for 30 minutes and process forming is running. After 30 minutes, pull the trolley and make sure no gap at the joints core. If have gap, I must sand the core using sandpaper to avoid the defects while process layout. 7. After sanding the core, make sure no gap the joint core and place the core at the rack for process layout. Activity is repair box fan call. First step is check the box have crack or broke at the edge box. 2. Separate the box using a forklift to be repaired. Third is sand the box that have crack or break and remove the paint for the layout using the oversander. Menggunakan oversander untuk gosok sehingga warna-warna pada box tu hilang dan permukaan dia kasar. Okay. Fourth is then cut fabric CSM and mix resin and catalyst for the process layout. 5 is sweep the resin on the place that have been sand that there is a crack, then place the CSM and flatten the resin for the CSM to stick to the crack. 6 is layout must 3 layer. Process layout must be made in and out of the box to be stronger. 6 is when dry, sand on the defect area and mix polyester, putty and hardening. Result of times. I learned a lot about 1. Work environment in the real works. 2. Can apply all the knowledge I have learned through my studies at the Polytechnic. 3. Able to complete a job or task given by the party well and successfully. 4. Able to adapt the situation in the office together with the staff well. 5 is certified if the panel that passed the inspection process result from their own hand. Activity suggestion during internships. First, minimum polytechnic lecturer Melaka should provide monitoring and more frequent supports. It's because there may be problem that students face in the view of students are still not ready in the work of works. 2. Students should be more efficient and punctual in performs tasks so that the company give the confidence to the task. 3. The company was asked to disclose more things related to the work is done so that students get more benefit from industrial training program. Conclusions. In conclusion, the internship was a useful experience. I find out what my strengths and weaknesses are. I gain new knowledge and skill and meet many new people. I achieve many of my learned goal. However, for some condition did not permit to achieve them I was wanted. This internship has been an excellent and rewarding experience. I can conclude there have been a lot I learned from my works. Needless to say, the technical aspects for the works I have done are flawless and could be improved enough time. As someone with no previous experience whatsoever, I believe my time spent in research and discovery and fully functional web service. Two main things that I learned the importance of our time management skill and self-motivation. Thank you.